The first takeaway for students to know is they have the right to say, "Officer, am I free to leave?" You don't have to answer the officer's questions, period. Now, this is not that I'm not talking about behind the wheel of a car. At the point that the officer says no, then that changes the encounter from consensual, where under the consensual encounter, anything you say can be used against you. They don't have to Mirandize you. It turns it into an investigatory stop. And at that point, the officer has to have reasonable suspicion that a crime is afoot to ask you any further questions. You do not, absent driving a car, you can refuse a handheld breathalyzer, and you should refuse a handheld breathalyzer. Don't run, don't lie, don't show them your fake ID, show them your valid ID. Don't possess a fake ID, because that's against the law and that will get you another charge. If you're using a fake ID in order to attempt to purchase alcohol, then that can cost you your driver's license for 1 year, even though you haven't even been driving a car. Alcohol law enforcement officers are sworn police officers in the state of North Carolina, and their narrow jurisdiction is to enforce the alcohol law enforcement laws. They work in tandem with the Chapel Hill Police or alone. They primarily are the ones that are in the bars, that train the bartenders about, the rules about letting people into the bar. So they're almost always around all the bars and they're almost always undercover. It's going to cost you a lot of money. You're going to need to hire an attorney, and you're looking at if you want to say, okay, I did it and get deferred, you're going to have to pay court costs, you're going to have to pay alcohol education fees, if you have to do community service fees, so that you need to stop and pause and think, is this beer worth $1,500 or $500 or $1,500 or whatever the ultimate cost of your defense will be.